3, 2, 1. Here goes nothing. This is definitely not something I'm gonna get used to right away.
What are you talking about?
Just, streaming like this. Simple little art podcast while we talk about what we're trying to do in life. Oh boy. Oh, the stream started, by the way.
Whatever. I was trying to remember where I was back on. I think I was talking about June, but yeah, I was talking about basically it's like, and coming back to basically like June, like I long time ago I gave June basically I gave him one note and I told him I was like, just play a piano around this song, and it's literally been months, and I'm just like, dude, it doesn't. I was like, dude, you know how to play the piano, like you've showed me that you know. Why does it take so long for you to basically put a piano over the joint and stuff like that? And that's why I'm basically like, we have no unity in some of some stuff that we basically do. So that's what I'm like even me myself, I'm guilty of basically doing it in effect, because I'm just like, well, I'm thinking like, well, I'm not where I want to be right now, where I'm basically in a comfortable position to basically do all my script writing and stuff like that. That's why I say like, your emotional state basically has an effect on basically how you basically write your script. Like, you can't just constantly sit down and be like, yeah, I'm gonna write a script and I'm gonna be like 100% straight when there's like a freaking thunderstorm going on in the background. Like, nah, you're gonna address the thunderstorm first before you basically it. But as the thing basically goes about our unity, our lack of unity and stuff, it's like, the only thing is basically like this. I know what it takes to basically get some of the folks in our junk to basically like Blade. I can get Blade to basically come in and do some voice work and stuff like that if he's not like too busy and stuff like that. Like, he's sitting down with me 10 hours to basically do this one line to do. Vix, all we have to do is get, like, she already logs on. I mean, so that's just another thing. My main thing is basically our unity is really lacking, and I'm just like, if these big projects and stuff like that, like our unity can't be lacking, and that's why I'm like, I looked at all the Exalverse stuff, all our Essence stuff, and I'm just like, none of this stuff is gonna get freaking done if we can't like come together and basically like streamline our stuff together and jump like that. And like, my only problem is my living arrangements. That's the only thing that is wrong with me. And I was like, when I get a different living arrangement in a place that I'm properly comfortable in and stuff like that, y'all gonna see me writing a lot like that. One problem why I'm not able to do this, constantly stressed out and stuff and jump like that. And that's pretty much it. Vix, she just needs some better equipment. You'll see her in here all the time, Brittany. That's where it helps out and jump like that. You like Jude, aka Ren. Yeah, I'm calling him out. Anyway, he, I tried to get him, as I said before, I tried to get him to do a music track. He still.
Well, when's the last time you asked him about it?
Last time I asked him about it, I just stopped asking him because I constantly kept on asking him.
Well, sometimes you gotta do that. Gotta piss off.
and I just decided to stop asking because I'm like, I know it ain't gonna get. So I just left it. Yeah, Derek is busy living his life, his own stuff like so. But Derek usually just leaves his character to me to basically decide on what to do with it. And sometimes he comes in the way he wants his character to go and stuff like that. And it's the whole thing about basically getting recruits for basically like this thing. Man, basically you gotta have people who basically sort of have a idea of how to voice act, I guess you could.
I
But at the
mean,
same token, they don't they don't have to be like super professional and stuff. They could start bottom, like work their way. I think some folks who basically were like in Ruby basically did that, so I'm not sure.
I'm
But
kind of okay with that, which is another reason why when we started this group up and we started, wanted to make this whole universe with all these different characters and whatnot like that, one of the things I told you when you was like, I remember you asking me, oh, why can't so and so voice act more than one character or blah blah blah. Well, the only reason I disagree with that is because when you are getting into voice acting and whatnot, and you basically want to kind of stick with one character, not because you don't want to get out of your range of, you know, getting used to different things, because voice acting in itself is something different, but when you trying to basically, I guess I could say, live the role of a ton of different people, then it kind of becomes hard. Like what I wanted is the reason I say it'd be best if our voice actors, because a lot of our voices actors are new at this, basically new at voice acting in general, is because if they're voice acting their one character, it's kind of like you get like kind of an intimate kind of relationship with voice acting that character. The more you get used to
yeah,
actually doing that character, the more you get used to actually being that person. It's like you become that person when you're voice acting them, rather than having to switch between, like, say if I had somebody voice acting Sophia, who is basically this queenly character. She's a queen. She has to rule over her subjects. She's, that very endearing, caring person, but very strict and straightforward person. And then had them also voice act Yari, who's emotionless pretty much and doesn't really know how to deal with people that well. Trying to switch between those two different characters who are like polar opposites would you wouldn't be able to really get used to being that one person, which is why I kind of disagree with that. But I can kind of see what you mean, because while you while on one hand,
hold on. And you see what just happened? You see what just happened? See, Jude just logged on. Jude just logged on. I'm pretty sure he done checked out over here. See us both in this chat. He came in and said nothing. That's one of the things I'm talking about. And I'm just like, we ain't got no. You think that we just literally just sitting here in general? I'm like, come in here, see if we basically do something. Probably work there
I
or
know
something.
he sees it, because that's one of the reasons I said I'm gonna start streaming when we have these talks and whatnot. Is because I want to have this stuff archived. So the people who aren't here while we're having this talk, I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, they were
They were
talking
left
about
out.
us. Yeah,
They were left.
you got left out, or oh, they were talking about this behind my back, or they ain't come to me about this. I want our group. I don't want us to have a group that's like closed ended, or anyone feels like they're, like you said, being left out, or just feel down about not being a part of something. Because I know everyone in this group wants to do their share, but I also know everyone has their life to live. So that's the only reason I'm not too adamant about, oh, you didn't show up to story talk and blah blah blah. Like, yes, I'm very serious about this, like this story thing, like making this universe, writing manga, and getting all that stuff. Like when I first started this, I was in middle school. It was just some child dream where I was just like, oh yeah, I want to grow up and write comics and blah blah blah. But now I'm kind of like, okay, I ain't graduated high school and whatnot, joined the military, and I'm still sticking with this. Been sticking with this since I was in 6th grade. So for me, it's more than just, oh, we're just writing a story or something like that, or having fun. Like, I'm actually pretty serious about wanting to make this into something, we can all be a part of. Which is
And
why. Hmm?
and that's my thing. I'm going like, if we do not gain some unity on doing this stuff, our stuff is not going to be realized because it can't just be me and you on this joint, and it can't just be me, you, and Jude, Derek on this joint. It can't just be us four and stuff. It requires a lot more than just four people. Yes, me and you, we can write the story like that, and like we can have Derek and Jude Rand come in and basically like help us with like editorial stuff. It's like it's gonna require a lot more than just us four basically just doing this story by ourselves because I'm like, sure, it's not gonna be realized everybody's not working towards the same common goal and stuff. We can walk right until we're basically blue in the face and like draw us over the face. But if we're trying to basically get to a point where it's basically like we're having voice actors, we're having way more detailed things in our stories and stuff like that. It's like it's gonna require everybody to basically the same beaten path, and that's why I'm like everybody here. Like we invited some people, and like some people, I know some people should have been like, I know it's messed up to say removed a long time universe, and I understand like that. Like Tozu, he should have been out of this joint. To keep him because he's our.
Like, yeah.
But like Achan has done nothing whatsoever. Like zero.
True enough.
But we keep Achan in here because Achan. So even though when Achan joined, Achan said that he or she was gonna basically like help do some probably like some voice acting. Haven't got that help. Tozu, I don't even know what Tozu's up to anymore. I'm just like he was supposed to be doing something for Jock and Badge. We would go and talk about it and stuff like Rick is not in the group anymore. I'm just like what's his excuse for basically being away and stuff? We don't like fight like how like we like used to and stuff like that. The group is going to actually gain a lot more peaceful after her being removed and stuff. And let me just say this on the stream, Rika, if you see this stream, you try to come to me about this shit, and you try to get mad at me about this giant because I'm talking about you. I'm letting you know right now. I don't give a fuck. Anyway.
Well, sometimes that's how you gotta be.
But yeah, that's why I'm like, we're writing all this stuff, but nobody is helping us work towards coming. Like, man, I would like to have a Sarah. Like at first, when we first basically got here, I had Leah voice actor, and like Blade, he's still my cowboy and stuff like. But Desiree, she done gone off and done something else and stuff like that. I don't even Desiree because Desiree is on Skype, and I don't even phone basically like communicate with. And that's one of the things. I need someone who's basically like you can't like you like that's my main character, Sarah. That is my main character. So I'm just like I don't have somebody who's say my character at all time. It's gonna be readily available. It's gonna be pretty much very hard and stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Like some of this stuff does actually require like money because I bet you like if I was waving in their faces, they would stay. They'd be like, oh, yeah, money. I know this sounds kind of offensive, but
that's kind of how the world works.
yeah.
Like, a lot of people don't want to do things for free. It's hard to find people who want to do stuff just for the enjoyment of doing it
And that's what I'm
nowadays.
saying. And that's why basically I'm kind of upset at myself because like when I was like it's like freaking 19, I think I should have got myself into the Air Force as soon as I got out because I had math and English in my. And if I probably would have got myself was by then, I probably would have been a lot faster than I would have now because like there's a whole lot of factors writing my story because everything it's like distraction after distraction after distraction after distraction, and it's like I can't focus on the story, and that's a fault of mine. That's a fault of my life and stuff like that. Me basically not taking it seriously until, but it it's like once I basically make this change and stuff like that, then I'll be able to basically full, you know, take on my story and like it's gonna get um it's gonna get like but like you'll see more if I basically had like a change area and stuff like that. Right now the area I'm in, the area that I wanna be in like that. So like when I get that change of area, then you probably gonna see more script uh notes and stuff from me and stuff like that. But as you can see, I mean, like I wrote, I just do stuff like that even when I was in the situation. So talent, so not talent, but the ideas are there. It's just like they're being blocked by distractions. So
I understand that. I'm actually trying to get myself back into the mindset I had. I mean, it's a hard mindset to get back into. Like when I was in middle school. Like I told you before, back when I was in middle school, I wrote when I first started the story Essence of the Dark. I mean, when I was in middle school, oh, there was no job. Living, taking life for granted, living in my parents' house. You know how it goes. You a kid, go home, do your homework, then do whatever the heck you want to do. And I mean, at that time, I really had the motivation and this, I guess, the spirit to just say, man, I freaking love doing this. I'm just gonna keep doing it.
now it's like your motivation's kind of
Yeah,
right,
because you have to focus on so many
other stuff.
different things that it kind of takes away from, even though it's not to say I don't love doing it. Like I love writing Essence of the Dark. Just the idea of creating a whole new world on paper and then being able to draw on top of that to actually create that world. Like that idea to me is just fascinating. Like so I still have the motivational values to do what I want to do. It's just finding the time to do it. It's one of the hard parts. And I guess it's just not the same as back in middle school, because even though I might have had 8 volumes of work done, each volume being like 50 to 60 pages each,
Hey
like
man, hey man, hold up. I'm sorry to cut you off, but hold on.
mm,
All right, go. Hello.
yeah, hold on. Oh boy, I figured. Um, didn't even notice this. No, I was just saying, it's just kind of weird because back in middle school I had like plenty volumes, 50, 60 pages done, 8 volumes of Essence in the Dark, and although the story wasn't that good, you know, being in middle school, it was a pretty mediocre story back then. Of course, I revised it, but that's one of the main points is that as I got older and started seeing, like, not to kind of say it in a jokingly way, but basically look back at the story I wrote back then and just kind of look like, well, this is pure and utter crap. You know, now I look at my story writing, and when I'm writing out that story, I'm like, okay, continuity errors. Or do I have those? Does everything link up? Does this match with that part of the story? Did I leave anything out? Blah blah blah. It's like as you get older, you also have to think about more stuff. You become smarter, and so you know you put a lot more effort into the story writing, which makes it take a hell of a lot longer. But that's also another kind of damperment on writing, because now you have to put in so much more effort than when I was little and I was just like, that sounds cool, I'm gonna throw that in the story. Yeah. So it's a bit different, I guess I could say.
So I'm like, well, what I'm basically going like, everybody's going to basically have to get dang. Right. Give me a second.
About to try.
But everyone's we have too many folks who, like, number one, we're the two main top. We are the people, the universe. Let's be honest, man. Like, us two, we are the two people who the universe. Without us, we run. Let's be honest right now.
Well, I know that without us, this group would have never started. But I don't want that to be like, you know, like one thing I don't want us to ever become is like, how should I put it? I don't ever want us to become the two that's kind of like, well, we started this universe, we don't need any of you, blah blah blah, you know.
Yeah, like, see, we are, okay, let me put it like this. We are the car.
And everyone else makes the parts. Without everyone else, we can't run.
Yep.
We can just make the main frame.
We're the car, but literally gasoline.
It's a pretty good analogy.
So I'm just like, yeah, we can make the car run for some gasoline, so. But that's what I'm saying, like as I said before, like the whole thing with like the voice actor scenery, like the guy who basically did the fan voice of ad and stuff. I wanted him to be Nogan. I was like, because I needed like somebody who's good at doing an evil voice. I wanted him to be Nogan. I sent him a message. He ain't never get back to me. Channel not big enough to basically get recognition, even like him and stuff like that. And even then, I don't think I have material to basically where he would stick around long. But
Yeah. Oh, that seems to work. I had to take out the border though. Sucks, but yeah. I just realized the drawing wasn't on screen. I had to take out basically the border and everything for it to work, but whatever.
But I'm just gonna leave. Like, the main thing about this match, like we need better unity, and like whatever is going on with me, I need, because it is basically becoming a distraction to my writing. It is becoming a distraction to the universe and stuff like that. So I think I just work on that, and like when I get out of my stuff, because I have ideas It's just that I never have a motivation to come on and basically like write paper or something, write it in a notepad or something, because it's like so much. It's like you're like so stressed from like going on. So it's basically all I have to say on this matter. So I'm just gonna leave it as it is right now. So I'm just gonna leave this talk session as it is. I think I'm done.
I don't really think I had too much to say on it. I'm like, yeah, we do need to come together as a group better if we're really gonna start. You know, I mean, I'm already taking it seriously, but it's just that I'm not gonna. Like, maybe I should still contemplating this, but I'm not gonna like try and force anyone to, you know, put more effort in than they want to. Like, at the end of it all, anyone who takes it seriously and really wants to be a part of this will still be here in the end if we do end up becoming a big deal. If not, then
no, I want us to. If we do end up not to be
like, yeah, if we become a big deal, I want it to be all of us together. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes you gotta look at things from a realistic point of view.
because I'm like, I don't know. I know it's gonna be realistic if we don't start helping each other. That's the thing. Like we're not helping. That's the
I
thing.
know
We got
that. No, I'm saying some of us are still like. That's the reason we're having this talk right now, because me and you are actually taking this very seriously. But what I'm saying is, even if the people we have right now don't all come together, if there's one thing I've learned, perseverance definitely is the key to a lot of things. Even if it's just us two, eventually more and more people will start to come along, as long as we're showing that, you know, this is something we are really taking seriously and want to actually progress.
Understandable.
I'm saying, if the people we with just end up not being a part of that final crew, then that's just, you know, the way the cookie crumbles.
And you want to know? Hold up. I know I said I was gonna end it. You want to know what's so bad? You want to know what's so bad? It's Tozu gets online, and yes, I'm pointing this directly at Tozu. I know this is. I know you want to get on my ass right now, Heyoku, but Tozu, if you log online, bro, and you are still in our group, say you could at least say something to us. I know your freaking phone ain't busted where you can't freaking text somebody, and you using Discord on your phone. So I'm just like, I know you see us posting stuff. Yeah, bro. If you still want to do Jockins magic, bro, say something to me, dude. Like, seriously, bro.
Like, just don't worry about it. That falls in the same category of what I just said. The people who will be there will be there. The people who won't, well, they'll get weeded out eventually. And to be honest, I'm just sketching randomly right now. I couldn't actually think of what to draw, so yeah. Ouch. I should definitely stop sitting all crisscross when I'm drawing. Legs fall asleep and then I try and move, and whoop, it's the end of that story. But yep, we're gonna start doing these little streams more often, most definitely.
else to say. I pretty much said everything I need to.
It's fine. This is just obviously I just named this podcast so we can talk about anything pretty much. But I did want to get the major stuff out of the way first, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's work on. I guess I'll work on the comic book page. Might as well since I'm already doing this. Actually, no, I don't want to save this at all. This is just a random ass sketch. My lines are so not fine. Drafting. This is gonna be a hard one.
You know, Jew should be here right now.
I'm pretty sure they see the stream. You know, I'm pretty sure he still gets notified when I'm streaming.
Yeah, because even I got notified.
But like I said, nothing we can do about that. We don't know what he's doing, so can't jump to, you know. I'm not gonna jump the gun.
I just asked him.
Or that. Yeah, I guess I'll go with the pencil. Yeah, because I got on Jude the other day already.
What do you do?
No, because when he was asking me about his border picture, and then I was like, because he was talking about, I was talking about how the new season of Ruby starts next month.
Uh-huh.
And he come and was like, I'm all caught up, bro. I'm ready to go. I was like, you caught up on that? I was like, oh, you caught up on that Ruby, but you ain't showing up to story talk though. He was like, bro,
we still haven't.
Yeah, and I was like, I was like, all right. Tell me what Yari's powers is. I want to know right now. And no, you can't go look in the notes section. And this man didn't know anything other than what we talked about like 2 story talks ago. And I was like, so you telling me? Because I posted them notes 2 days ago, and you ain't looked in there in 2 days. And I know you been here. I know we in stream together. Mm-hmm.
You know, there was one time he didn't tear it in a transmuted explosion. And I was like, this is a story that we've been repeating.
Wow.
I was like, dude, that is a story that literally your cannot that forgetful. We still haven't talked about Remy and her basically having a. We still haven't talked about that.
Yeah, fine. That's why I'll be like, when we after we get done talking about stuff, and I'm like, does anyone have questions and blah blah blah. Everyone's like, no. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I generally remember. So, like, even then, like when I was,
Well, that's not really the point of the questions, though. The point of the questions aren't to be like, oh, I didn't understand this or that. Sometimes you could just make up a question. Maybe it might create some innovative spirit in the writer. Come up with new ideas. Make some suggestions.
I know we haven't done that in a long.
Yeah.
Like, sit down and story talking basically. And I'm like, no, we did that with I am. Remember, that's literally how the gods.
Yeah. I mean, we've done it. I mean, we did that freaking long. We just recently did that long script, even though it was just a, kind of innovative script, but it was pretty freaking long, and I don't see why we couldn't end up using that.
Uh,
So,
I got Sonic Mania on my mind.
stay off the game. Stay off the game.
I mean, I already got it turned on right.
Nah. You already did a full playthrough today. Stop. Stay off the game. This man gonna be over here. This man gonna do a full playthrough with Sonic and Tails, Knuckles, all in one day. And then he gonna put the Shadow mod in, then do a full playthrough with Shadow.
Wow.
And I'm gonna just be looking at you like, bruh, get off Sonic Mania.
I think you could cut stream at this point.
But I'm still drawing though.
Okay, well. Because I'm like, this has been hard.
Well, this ain't. The little talk about all that isn't exactly why I started the stream. I just kind of had this idea about drawing on the stream, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I can actually, do that. Because I didn't even know if I could hook up OBS to record my Autodesk sketchbook. So, yeah, it worked.
Wish I had.
Wait, Shanti, it cost me like what? Close to 70 bucks. Plus the Sketchbook Pro, which is like, I think it's like $4.99 a month for the Pro, but it's free. It comes free with the thing. Just you don't get like all the good stuff. But yeah, I really gotta get better at drawing though. Like, I've been improving, but I've been really lax on drawing for a while. I can't even say like a few weeks or anything. Like, it's been a while.
Yeah, my mind cleaning.
You say what?
Yeah, my mind cleaning in the background.
Is that what that is?
No.
I can hardly hear it, but yeah. I don't even know if that's the cleaning. It just sounds like air that comes through every so often. To admit, I still draw way better on just regular paper, but if I can kind of get the groove of the computer thing, it would be a lot better and a lot faster for when I'm making this stuff. Actually, what's the point of really drawing with like no music though? Need something kind of soft.
Stop.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. It was something I was.
I heard Infinite's thing.
When you try to make a metal, big metal.
Wait, what?
Somebody made a metal cover of Infinite thing, but it's like it's trying to be metal, but it's not more.
How can you make a metal cover? What? Never mind. Hello, Hitoa. At least I think that's how you say that. Welcome to my little noob podcast of art. Wow, Tony. Wow.
What?
Your phone.
All right, it's over.
this is doing. Oh, what's so funny over there?
Huh?
Oh, what's so funny over there?
I'm looking at this dude review of Sonic Mania.
Just because I told you to stop playing the game, don't mean go look up videos of the game.
You hear this, man? You hear this, man?
Huh? Play it again? It's like breaking up on my end.
It's like you can't just play it once. You gotta go play it again. And again. And again.
Oh my god. Sonic Mania. It's spreading!
I'm sorry. I gotta feed my addiction.
No. I think you've had enough Sonic Mania for one night.
No, I haven't. I haven't had nearly enough.
This dude.
Knuckles, not in Knuckles mode is now unlocked. Wait, what?
Oh boy. start ring grabbing over there.
You feel my addiction, Karen.
No. Got my hands going now. Hopefully I can fit this correctly. I guess we'll see. I might go back and make the bigger later, but for now. See what I did. I didn't put it in all caps. Second. still hear rings being grabbed over there. Your addiction ain't that hungry. Don't give me that. Well, on the bright side, I think this page is coming together quite nicely. I still gotta get better at, I guess, refining the lines better. I think it's mostly because I'm still, like, even though I am drawing on a computer, I'm still kind of using the pencil to kind of sketch it out before I ink over it, like I would do on paper. Even though I don't really have to do that. If I wanted to, I could just make straight fine lines and it would probably look a lot better, to be honest, but there's just something in me that kind of feels like that would be cheating. But I don't know, maybe it doesn't matter. I totally should have brought my PS4 as a. I just didn't think it would be a good idea going overseas, but now I totally wish I would have done it. I'm like, I can't play Persona 5, can't play Sword Art Online Hollow Realization, can't play Fate Extella. I can't wait till I go back home. But at the same time, I guess I am having fun where I am for now.
Is it me or are these emeralds getting up? I said, is it me or is it getting these emeralds getting a lot?
This says the Sonic Master over here. Of course, it's easy for you. I think that would do it for now. Probably finish this page up another day. I need to start this stream kind of late after all, and I gotta get some sleep before I go to work. So, gonna end the stream here for now. I'm pretty sure I'll start doing this drawing thing on stream more often. Might keep me a little bit more interested, especially if it gets some viewers, I guess. Talking with a live chat would be a little bit more interesting than just sitting here drawing by myself. Might keep me motivated.